Curio Stitches podcast. Welcome all new viewers and welcome back to you returning viewers. It's nice to see you again. My name's Ellie and I'm the designer behind Curio Stitches Designs and Curio Stitches Yarns, and I'm coming to you today from the southwest of England, and I'm going to be talking about some knitting and a bit of sewing in today's episode. And yeah, I'm excited, so I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, okay. Oh, I feel all out of practice. It's been a week since my last episode, and I have got a few things to show you this week. So I'm going to show you finished objects, then I'm going to show you works in progress, and then I will talk a little bit about a sewing project I want to do at the end. So, as you know, I finished my socks for my birthday. I said I'd show you this week. I haven't woven in the top ends. So these are my birthday socks that I knit for myself. I've left the yarn on my desk. Right, so the yarn for these socks is from down Sheepy Lane, and I've put the ball in there. So I had 39 grams left, so I used 61 grams. Now normally I use between 60 and 62 grams for my pair of socks, and this is on the smooth sock, which is 75/25 superwash merino nylon, and there's 425 meters per skeins. This is lightweight sock yarn, and it's Seize Your Moment colourway. So these are the socks. So now I've shown them to you, I can wear them. Okay, so I did manage to finish Abby's birthday socks. There are two. So the main colour was 45 grams, so this one, which is rock pull, and then I used contrast for the toes and heels, which was this one, and I used 12 grams for that, and then I used another contrast, which is one of my hand dyed as well, which is the Witcher, and I just used maybe 8 grams for that. So these are finished. Abby did get to wear them on her birthday. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen I posted a little photo of her wearing them at the beach. So yeah, the toes and heels are merino nylon, the body is merino cashmere nylon, and the cuff is merino nylon. Now last week I said I was thinking about bringing back this yarn. I meant the colourway, not the base. I'm not going to be dyeing on merino cashmere nylon. I don't want to do that anymore. So all my bases are either merino Falkland or I believe Shetland, and then I've got alpaca as well. So I'll be doing a pre-order for these ones for the middle of July for a sock set. So it'll be, you'll get a 100 gram skein of the rock pull, and then I'm just going to do the dark charcoal, not the Witcher one, and there'll be a 20 gram of that. So yes, so that was Abby's birthday socks. These sock blockers I have, they are just ones I use for showing you the socks. They are not, as you can see, it's very baggy. These are not ones that I block my socks on, and I wouldn't want to get them wet because they are very thin plywood. So I actually block my socks on much bigger, thicker ones. Okay, so that's all the finished items. Moving on, I have been working on Abby's other socks. Now, in order to get the birthday ones done, I sort of put these ones aside a bit. But I have got further than I was last week. Last week I was sort of here. So I did a few more rounds until I got the heel. And I'm now on the toe, on the leg. So yeah, the colourways, I can't remember the colour of this. I think it was bluple. But this is from Ginger Twist Studio, and it's superwash and non-superwash merino. And then this one's mine, which is Summer Storm on superwash merino and nylon. So that's these. They are both 400 metres, but this one's a lot plumper, even though they knit to the same gauge. So, like I said, I knit all my socks on 2.5mm needles. This one I am striping every 2 rounds, and I'm just carrying the yarn at the inside, and it's working really nicely. Right, my next sock project. I finished sock 1 of my Hobbii Halloween, I think, Zombi socks. This was a lot of fun. I finished this one last night, and I did a 1x1 rib. I'm really into the 1x1 rib at the moment. I used to do all my socks with 2x2, but the 1x1's a lot more comfortable. And I have started the second one. So I've literally got this little crescent moon of a toe. So I'm still increasing on this one. But I'm using my favourite needles for this, and these are my Chow-Goo DPNs. I used to really love Carbon's needles, but I've fallen out of love with them. They just catch and they wear out, and no, Chow-Goo are my heart. So that's all the sock knitting I've been doing. So not bad. That's 4 pairs of socks. 3 pairs since last week that I've been working on. So the other project that I've been working on is Abis jumper, which is the stripes. So I've literally put the ball inside the jumper. 1 minute. It is a free pattern that will be available on Ravelry and on my website. And you saw it. You saw the body length last week. I haven't done any more on that. What I have done is I've done some on the sleeve. So I'm using 4.5mm Chow-Goo shorties. I really enjoy the Chow-Goo shorties. I prefer the bigger sizes to the smaller sizes. But yeah, so the dark grey is King Cole Merino, and the lighter grey is Willow and Lark Ramble. Now, because I have been doing all the socks, this did not get finished in time to release it yesterday. I apologise. So this one will be out this coming Wednesday, I think. I think that's what I wrote. I'll put the correct date that this is coming out on the screen. So yeah, it is knit with DK weight yarn, just in case you want to get some. And I've written the pattern so that you can tick when you've done each 6-row block, but by all means change up your stripe sizes. Do rainbows, do it plain, do it, you know, you could do every round in like a random colour. It's completely up to you. It calls for DK weight yarn, but you can always use fingering weight held double if you can get gauge. You should be able to, because it's knit on a loose gauge. See what else did I want to say. It's 1x1 ribbing for the neck, cuffs and hem. This sample is going to be bigger than it calls for in the pattern, just because my partner Abby has got long arms and she's got a longer torso. So when you're knitting it, don't go by how many stripes are on the pattern, because on me this jumper is going to come down to my bottom, like under my bottom, but the one that I knit for myself will sit mid-hip. I've already got my colours picked out for my one. So yeah, I thought that once this is out we could have a little stripes knit along, because it's a free pattern, so there's no reason why you wouldn't want to. And I know it's a jumper in the summer, but it would mean that you have your first jumper ready for the beginnings of autumn, which would be lovely. Okay, so the final thing I want to talk to you about this week, craft related, is I am going to be making some new bunting for our kitchen, because we're in the middle of redecorating it. It was sort of on a whim. We knew we were going to redecorate it, but it was sort of, we woke up in the morning and went, let's do it today. So our old bunting, I made one piece and Abby made the other piece, because we've got 2 windows in our kitchen. And so I'm now, there were sort of purples and blues and pinks which didn't go with the new colour scheme, because we've gone very subtle apple green, really rich spring greens, with white and sort of Nordic wood cupboards, sort of very pale wooden cupboards. So I am going to make some new bunting, and I'm going to make some matching table mats. So a few years ago I bought this Moda pre-cut quilting squares, and this is the Sakura, and yes, it was £11, and it's 5-inch squares, 100% cotton, and there's 42, and I got them from Soul Stitch, and soulstitch.co.uk, I'll put that on the screen. So the colour of our kitchen is very similar to this, slightly warmer than that, and obviously Sakura is cherry blossom, so these are all the colours. So I'm going to be making some patchwork coasters, table mats, etc. For us to use, because they can be washed and, you know, very environmentally friendly sort of thing. So that is what I want to be working on over the next few weeks. It's been a while since I've done some sort of paper piecing, and although I'm not going to be doing these paper piecing, I'm doing them as a patchwork, I'll be using the same principle. So I'll be using a template, figuring out what size I want my table mats to be, and then using a fun template and doing them as paper piece. I'm not sure what I'm going to use as the backing yet, or if I'm going to do any wadding. What I might do is just knit some table mat pieces to go in between, just using some scrap yarns or whatever, and then using my machine, when I've finished doing the tops, I will quilt the top and the bottom onto the middle bit. So we shall see. But yeah, that is my planned project. It's going to be so much fun. I might do a little make video, sort of progress video while I'm doing it, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So yes. So a bit of chit chat. I have completely rearranged my studio, and we have been going out a lot recently. With it being Abby's birthday, we went to the beach and we went shopping, and it's been a lovely few days off together. I have managed to reach out to most of my test knitters. If you are one of my test knitters and you haven't checked Discord or Instagram, please can you do so, because I don't want you suddenly fretting that, you know, you've missed a deadline when the deadline's moved, etc. Yeah, so I think that's it for this week. I am going to make myself a lovely cup of tea, and I will see you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.